Hello, it's Thundra. Happy Earth Day. Look how beautiful it is out here. I'm so lucky I get to do this. So I came out here today with the intention of doing a really cool Earth Day video and being all like, oh, here's how you can talk to trees, and I'm just being told that this is not the way to teach about something like this. So a lot of people ask me like how I talk to the trees, how I talk to rocks, like what am I doing out here? And the truth is, I have no fucking idea. I just come out here and I feel. And that's what's missing from a lot of things in life now, is how to actually feel. How to feel good feelings, how to feel negative feelings, how to use your emotions to drive you into greatness. But people are really focused on suppressing them with all kinds of different ways. We live in a consumer society where we're supposed to sit and watch TV and play video games and go to movies and Netflix and chill and watch football and run from your problems and drink beer every weekend and sit and drink wine and Netflix with your husband until you rot on the inside. This is not creation. And connecting to the earth and talking to trees and all of these beautiful light beings who are our family, who've been here waiting to talk to us for a really long time now. You connect through love. And that's the bottom line. You connect through your heart, your emotions. You feel your way through it. And you learn how to trust a connection that forms between the mind and the heart. So I noticed that when I come out here on my walks, there will be certain places I just automatically will stop and look around. And I'm like, oh yeah, I stopped here the last time I was here. And then I'll look on the ground and there will be tracks there. It's almost like there's an energetic crossroads or something. So I could just be walking through the woods looking around, and then, I end up in the same place or with the same tree or with the same rock, not even realizing it. So there's a definite energy that you can tap into in silence and through feeling. So a simple way you can start is just by coming out here, going to the ocean, going to the forest, the mountains, somewhere isolated, and listen. Feel in your heart. Look around and see if there's a particular tree or something that stands out to you. Just go over there and touch it and introduce yourself. Say, hey, I'm so-and-so. This feels really crazy and weird and a little bit scary to me, but I'd really like if you could teach me how to talk to you. And then just listen and feel. And don't judge any of it. And if you get like a certain name, if I ask a tree what its name is and the name pops into my head, later on I'll look it up, or I might look it up out here too, and see like what does that name mean. And there might be a significant meaning to that tree's name. Either it has to do with like when I found it, like right now, literally. This is Lee. Oh. Hi Lee, you have a beautiful ray of light on you today. And I first met Lee when I was feeling like I was lost out here and wasn't sure where I was supposed to go. And I didn't ask him his name that day, but I did the next time I saw him. Hi, Lee. I asked him his name, and I looked it up, and it meant sanctuary, like a place of refuge. And it really was him, where I stopped and took a look and found my way. So that name was significant for that reason, you know. And so when they give us names, a lot of times it has to do with the energy of their purpose, what they're supposed to teach you, what you can learn from them, or how you met them, something that's going on in your life that you need help with, or you've been thinking about, or anything. So, or it might just mean that's their name. I think Lee's name should be Prick, because you've got little pricklies and they are quite sharp. I'll see you later, Lee. When you're learning to connect and speak with spirit, everything that happens around you is information. Everything's considered a sign, an omen, a synchronicity. So you have to pay attention to that. The only way you can pay attention to that is if you slow down. Hi. My name is Thundra. It's really nice to meet you. I'm trying to teach my friends how to come out here and connect with you. And for a lot of people, they don't know how to trust their intuition. Can you give me any guidance on that, please? To trust your intuition, you have to have an open heart and an open state of mind. The heart-mind connection, as you were speaking about, is the first and foremost principle. In order for the heart-mind to function, there must be trust. There must be surrender. These are all feminine qualities. Feminine is receptive. Feminine pays attention. Think of a snake in a den, slowly coming out and watching for everything around it. The energy of the snake is yin. That's why they crawl on the ground. From the ground, you can see everything that's above you. So yes, you may have predators by being in a state of surrender. But with wisdom, you will know how to avoid the frequencies in which you would become prey. Oh, I got an ant on me. So how I did that just now, thank you, by the way. Thank you very much. I'm still learning to interact with the trees and everything as beings. I want to point out that I just had this amazing experience and exchange, and even with that, there was a tendency to just pull back like, oh, it's just me here, and I don't have to actually acknowledge or show any respect, which is not how this is done. We treat all beings as equal because that is the way it is in the kingdom of God. So thank you so much for that. That was really helpful. And do you have anything else you'd like to share? The fear is the blockage. Go into love, go into love, go into love. Go into emotions, go into the heart, and use that as your tool of discernment for which path you are meant to take. We are waiting, we love you, we're here. We can't wait until the day that we are all reunited, in which masculine and feminine come together, and we all celebrate in the bliss and oneness and connection that is true for all of us as beings. We are all connected. What affects one affects us all. So whatever you do, always remember that core truth. Thank you. So that was a new experience. Kind of felt like, I guess, what you would call channeling or something, but it didn't feel like channeling. It just felt like I got out of my own way and allowed myself to speak on behalf, like a translation. So it wasn't like something took over me, or it was just like I was the mediator between you and the tree. And I had to get out of my own way to do that, which meant to trust whatever came up, and not to pause, and not to react, not to interpret or decide, is this good or bad? That's how you get in your own way, and that's how you're not in a state of trust, is by the judgment. So whether it's the wind blowing, there's a bird going over, a leaf rustling, certain patterns in the dirt, the way a rock is formed, a way a cloud is formed, that you can look up and use your imagination and see a being. It's the same with the trees. It's the same with the rocks. It's the same with all of them. It's the same with a star. It's the same with your higher self. It's the same with God and source energy, whatever you want to call it. So the key is to get out of your own way. Pay attention and put effort. And to trust and surrender that you have within you all of the wisdom already. The tree isn't the one with the wisdom, although it is also the one with all of the wisdom, just as you are the one with all of the wisdom. The power of the universe is within all of us. So I didn't go to the tree for the answer. The tree helped me to remember what the answer is that's already in here. So I hope that made sense. And remember that the wind, the water, the birds, the trees, the rustling leaves, the bugs, the stars, the moon, the sun, they're all connected to one another. They're all connected to you. But when you're in fear and judgment, you remove yourself from that connection. This is why you're being inundated with media about war and racism and nuclear weapons, and the food is being poisoned, and all the things are designed to keep you in fear, because that in itself is what prevents your divine connection to everything. When you have a divine connection to everything, you cannot be controlled. You will know what is true, and you will know what isn't. So I really encourage everyone on this Earth Day to remember our mother. Remember where we've come from. And remember that she is a mirror for us. So what is going on in the inside is what's going to be going on the outside. And it is time for us to slow down, to get back into nature, to speak with nature, to allow the energy of her to permeate our being. And the only way we can do that is when we let go of fear. So if you want to do something beautiful and good, go into yourself and see where you have fear about nature. I've had a plant and flower phobia my whole life. It's gone now. Had a lot of phobias around nature, and bugs and things flying near me and being stung and going to the hospital, and all of that kept me in fear, and it kept me from connecting. I mean, that doesn't mean I have to get out here and crawl in the fucking ground like my one friend loves to do. She likes to drown herself in mud and snakes. I'm not there yet, but I'm out here and it's life-changing. It's the one thing out of all the tools that I have, that I've used, that I recommend for students. This is the thing. Because it forces you to slow down, forces you to listen, forces you to feel. And all of those things need to happen if you're ready to heal. Happy Earth Day. Remember our mother, remember who you are, and your connection to her. I love you.